What's up everybody, and welcome to the video here on CR95 Games where we're playing Warframe and taking another look at another awesome secondary weapon from this game. This time we're looking at the Euphona Prime, an awesome shotgun pistol hybrid secondary weapon. So a few days, or actually like 2 days ago, I made a video about the Untitled Primes, which is another amazing secondary weapon. Really the best, most efficient secondary in the game for whatever situation you're in. But the thing about the Axolotls versus Euphona Prime, there are a couple of differences. While the Euphona Prime is a shotgun secondary, the Axolotls Prime are a fully automatic dual pistol secondary. And with the Axolotl Prime, you have a 40 round mag, which is decent. You have an extremely fast 1.1 second reload, almost no recoil, and super high damage at all times. It's just amazing. While the Euphona only has 5 rounds in the mag, an extremely long reload, insane recoil, but it does insane damage in a single shot, which is one of the things that it has that is a bit better than the Axolotl Prime. But if you have, say, 10 level 130 enemies in front of you, say you had 10 130 heavy gunners right in front of you, and if you had Axolotl Prime, you would dispatch all of those heavy gunners at that higher level faster than you would be able to get rid of them with the Euphona Prime, because the Euphona Prime only has 5 rounds in the mag and an extremely long reload. A very, very long reload. It takes forever to load this weapon, but it is still an amazing and fun weapon to use with a ton of damage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the builds. So like I said, this is a shotgun pistol hybrid, so it has 2 different firing modes, slug and buckshot. The first one we're looking at is slug, and on here we have prime target cracker and prime pistol gamut for crit damage and crit chance, hornet strike for more damage, barrel diffusion for multi-shot, lethal torrent for fire rate multi-shot, jolt for electricity status chance, pistol pestilence for toxin status chance to give us corrosive. Whenever you switch out to find another faction, you can switch just to the gas or viral element, whatever you want to use against the corpus of the infested. And then we have hydraulic crosshairs to give us 135% crit chance while aiming for 9 seconds on headshot, which will put us over that 100% mark so we can start getting those orange crits. This is only with the slug build because the buckshot build cannot get that high enough crit chance. So if you look on the left, our slug has 86.1% crit chance, while the buckshot has 5.7%. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what this build can do. Here we are facing off against 2 level 155 heavy gunners with the slug build, which by the way, slug is the primary fire mode in the Euphona Prime. Anyway, let's go ahead and use it. Nine shots. Eight shots. So, really doesn't take much at all with this weapon to put down some level 155 heavy gunners, which is amazing, especially for a secondary weapon, so that's just great. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the second firing mode. Next up we have buckshot, which is our secondary firing mode. And on this one we have prime pistol gamut for crit chance, prime target cracker for crit damage, lethal torrent for fire rate multi-shot, hornet strike for damage, and then jolt for electricity status chance, pistol pestilence for toxin status chance, scorch for heat status chance, and frostbite for cold status chance, because we can hit 100% status on this shotgun build on the secondary weapon. So you're going to want to have these 4 dual status mods on at all times on this build. So if you're fighting off against the corpus, use blast and corrosive. If you're fighting off Grenier, if you're fighting Grenier, use blast and corrosive. If you're facing off against the corpus and the infested, go ahead and use gas and magnetic. Although, like I said before, corrosive and blast will do just fine against infested as well as Grenier, so it's up to you, whichever one you want to set those two on for one build. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this one can do. So there are a couple downsides to the buckshot mode worse than the slug mode. First off, it's got all the same as the slug, slow fire rate, low mag, all that, but there's one of them that really hurts this mode. It does more damage in a single shot than slug, obviously it's buckshot, but it will only do its maximum damage up to 12 meters away, which is basically almost point blank in this game. So we don't have a lot. Whenever you're in gameplay using this build, it's really, you're gonna want to be running around with a primary, and then when something big comes out like this that you have more trouble fighting or fending off with your primary weapon, pull out the Euphona with a buckshot build and shoot them in the face a bunch of times until they die. So first off, let's see what kind of damage number we get from 12 meters. Bunch of 14s, 24s, 11s. There we go, a 228 crit. Okay, so yeah, now we're 14 meters away because he got knocked back. 22 crit, 2 damage, 1 damage. 29, 26 crits. So yes, from far away, this mode's damage fall off is insane. You're not going to want to use this weapon mode unless you plan on being very close to all your enemies at all times. More off, you're better off using this one for things that are like infested, that are really fast and jumping up in your face really quickly. But anyway, let's go see what this can do at that closer range. Why ain't this dude dying? Not that far away. There we go. I'm not sure what happened there, but the first guy went down pretty quick. Really, that is not going to happen very often. That's just, I don't know what I mean, maybe the status chance didn't kick in like it should have, but the first guy is what's going to happen more often. Anyway, I'll go spawn another one, and we'll do that one more time. This is why whenever you run tests here in the Simulacrum, every time you get something new that you're going to try out, a different build or a couple different mods, you want to try it more than once, because some things could have been a fluke. You want to do it 3 times or more, really, make sure it's right. So let's try this again. I don't know what it is about that second guy. He just doesn't want to die really fast. Anyway, once again, the first guy still went down pretty quick. I don't know what's up with the second guy, but yeah. So, let's go ahead and take a look at these two builds on the Infested and the Corpus. Infested Slug build, 155 Ancient Healers, still using corrosive damage. Goodbye Infested. Now let's look at Corpus. 2 level 155 Corpus tech. Slug Infested build, viral damage. infested by a Corpus Tech. With gas damage, it'll probably take you one more shot, probably, maybe two. Not much of a difference. It's up to you which you use. Let's go try buckshot against Corpus and infested. 2 infested, level 155, buckshot build, viral radiation. Easy peasy. 2, level 155 Corpus Tech, buckshot build, gas magnetic. Corpus Tech down. Now we're looking at the final build, which is not nearly as effective as it was a couple months ago. Originally, I made this build and used it to one-shot the Terrorless limbs whenever its shield was gone, which made the Terrorless unbelievably easy. Anyway, that is no longer the case. DE has made it so we cannot one-shot those limbs with the Euphona Prime using our chromas. How unfortunate. Anyway, this is still a great build that still does a ton of damage to his limbs. It won't one-shot him, but it'll still take him out pretty fast. So, this build is going to be focused on using the slug like the other one, so you're not going to be using the short-range one. Anyway, we have Prime Pistol Gamut, Prime Target Cracker for crit chance, crit damage, Barrel Diffusion for multi-shot, Hornet Strike for damage, Lethal Torrent for fire rate multi-shot, Scorch for heat status chance, Jolt for electricity status chance, and Primed Heated Charge for more heat for radiation damage. Radiation damage is what the Terrorlist is weak to, and this is what's going to make you do all that extra damage. For example, if you weren't using radiation 2 months ago, you would not be able to one-shot the Terrorless limbs. It would take you multiple more shots to take out those limbs. But with this radiation damage, and especially with Prime Heated Charge, you are going to do a lot of damage to the Terrorless limbs. So keep that in mind. This is definitely a great weapon to use against him. And I hope this helped you out. I hope you're going to start using these Euphona builds. By the way, it takes 2 formats to complete these builds, and it is also a Mastery Rank 14 weapon. So it's not low rank. It could take you a minute to get there. So anyway, I hope this helped you out. I hope you enjoyed watching. And I hope you like the Euphona Prime as much as I do. I hope you find it fun. I hope the reload doesn't kill you too bad, although it isn't that great. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.